How's it gaming? I'm PhilInTheBlanks and welcome back to Let's Play Turnabout Big Top just in time for Trilo's next testimony. Don't be so surprised that I was gonna propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Yeah, it was the ring. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. No, you don't. That's a really obvious one. You were going to propose. You, a puppet. Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her. What the hell? Exactly. Actually, I guess the judge doesn't know how old Regina is, so it's a more innocent statement. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was that sigh at the end? Is the judge married? We don't know anything about, like, his, like, life outside of here, I think. It's kind of weird. Alright, so... let's see. In the end, I wasn't able to... I've still got it in my pocket. I want to present the ring, because it was not. Still got it in my pocket. Ring, ring, ring.
Objection!
Oh, was that not it? This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now related? They aren't they? Okay, I get my penalty. How is that not? Did I have it selected? Alright, whatever. Apparently I'm getting wrong stuff. That sucks. Let's press them on a couple things then. Oh, because I don't have proof that that's what the ring is. Okay, I'm being silly. I'm being dumb. Games like this with Phoenix Wright, you have to like, we know, me and you, the viewer, we know the rings. That's what the ring is for. But the characters in the game don't know yet. So, I haven't had something. Yeah, this will give us the information we need, I think. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was gonna give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Why is that surprising? Mr. Phoenix's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. Push on anyway. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human being. Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. I plan on giving an engagement ring. Now, can we do it? I'm scared to present it now.
Objection!
Your Honor. Damn! What am I doing wrong here? Let's press on that one again. Not again. I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina. An engagement ring? Uh-huh, it's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina is going to love it. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's got to be something I can catch him on. I kept it in my pocket. It was a present for her. I still got it in my pocket. Can I do it now? Oh, thank God. I was getting legitimately worried. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh, looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine! Give it back, thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Arrgh! What is going on here? That's, Ben, say something! Huh? Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault? Ha, that filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you would avoid slandering innocent Fiat's in my court. Well, Your Honor, money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. He looks like such a sad man. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Ooh! I wonder if we're gonna talk to the monkey. Yeah, oh! So you were attacked by a monkey and you didn't tell us about that?
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Triloquist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? That Ben doesn't exercise enough? If I didn't know that was, like, I know that's gonna take life from me, so I'm not gonna do it, but I'd love to see what that is. There is a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? Well, duh, it means he didn't see anything. I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that someone slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? He doesn't need proof, he's just proven that there's a possibility.
Objection!
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha, I've told you so many times, you'd think you know my story's not changing.
You've already changed your story, Stick Boy, and I'm sure it'll change some more. Well, where there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah.
Witnessing Max.
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina, but that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactic at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
Okay. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about...
I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. One thing that feels weird there is Max is not short on words. I feel it's weird he wouldn't say anything. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night at someone at night. What, Ben, you got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo. You say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trilo. That guy's in a sad relationship.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquists act outside of the courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better.
I mean, at the same time, it does show that he's quite a good ventriloquist. There's got to be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Nothing especially. Trilo's evening greeting. Ben's half the comedy act. Ben's half of the comedy act? Trilo's evening greeting. I don't know. Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Ooh, that makes sense. It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Not that you would know, Von Karma. Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand.
Ow, that hurt!
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick? All we have to do is try, right, Nick? We've got to have something that will prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. I'll leave that I was waiting for. It doesn't change the fact that I saw him. I said good evening. I'm gonna say no, because, like, you were pissed off. He friggin' broke a juice bottle over your head.
Objection!
Yeah, there we go, good. Glad I was on the right track with that one. Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head.
Ah!
Look how aggressive Max is there, too. I mean, it shows that he has a pendant for beating someone over the head with a blunt object, so that's not helping your case, Phoenix. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? Yeah, I'd like to press charges for assault, too.
What? Is that not an admission of assault and battery? Ouch!
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charges first. I guess that makes sense. The truth is that on that day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There was absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. I guess that makes sense, actually. Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell a single lie, honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
He didn't see anyone, he saw the defendant, he saw a different person. And that's the thing, is I don't think that Trilo is lying per se. He saw someone, he just didn't see Max. Because all he saw was the silk hat, the cloak, the roses, but that doesn't mean it's Max. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all, which means there was only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it.
What in the world? Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening then?
I mean, the only person we know that went there, I guess, that's not, profiles, is Russell. We don't have any proof that Regina or Mo had gone there. We don't have anyone else. It was Gumshoe! No, it's Russell. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you've got a point there.
It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct?
Gulp.
Answer the question, Mr. Quist.
Wah! Ah!
Stop exploding.
Order! Order! How do you respond to this? Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
Why did it fade to black there? That was weird.
I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution agrees that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols?
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Here we go again! Everyone, all together now! Ow!
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness had endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. Yeah, but why would he have dressed up like that, though, Phoenix? You know they're going to ask you for proof of that. What?
Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
Well, dang. A lot of story, but, not a lot of answers. More questions, really. And hopefully next time we'll get a few more answers. I'm PhilInTheBlanks. See you next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.